this show isn't just about me, and I like to do a nice little mailbag segment, right? Where I ask you guys, hey, hit me up with that hashtag Mitch, please. Because, well, I'm kind of a basic Mitch, I'll be honest. And I like to hear your guys' questions. So, this first question I got coming in on Twitter is from my dude, Everyday Fantasy Football. And do you think Julio Jones will have more touchdowns than Alshon Jeffery? Hashtag Mitch, please. So, I guess we should look at how many touchdowns Alshon Jeffery and Julio Jones have had, right? It's just one of those things where, are they going to have more touchdowns? Like, Julio gets ripped on for not having a lot of touchdowns, and I get it. He only had 3 last year, right? But let's pump the brakes. So 6, 8, and 6 isn't all that bad. I think Julio is going to get around to that 6 to 7 touchdown mark this year because, well, God, I hope Steve Sarkisian gets him the ball in the red zone. He's a guy who had 15 red zone targets last year, but he only caught 1, and he absolutely, just totally, pimped Malcolm Butler, reaching over his head, when he caught it. So Julio's a guy who's super talented. I think he gets around that 7 touchdown mark. Now, let's look at Alshon Jeffery's touchdown numbers the last 4 years. So, 2014, right, 10 touchdowns. But that was on the Bears, and I don't think that's going to happen again. And then 4, 2, and 9. I don't think the Eagles are going to be as successful as what they were last year through the passing game, especially with Alshon in the red zone. So, I think his touchdown numbers are going to come down a little bit. So, if I had to put money on it, I'm going to say Julio Jones has more receiving touchdowns than Alshon Jeffery. But it's close. Okay, the next question I got coming in on Instagram here is from Abe. Shout out to Abe. Leonard Fournette or Melvin Gordon, Mitch, please. This is a really tough one for me. I like Fournette a lot. He's got the upgraded offensive line. But for me, it's still a guy like Melvin Gordon. So Melvin Gordon, him and Latavius Murray are actually the only 2 running backs in the NFL that have over 8 rushing touchdowns the last 2 years. So Melvin Gordon is just a guy who's ultimately super reliable and a guy that I think that you can rely on. And it's the reason why I do like Melvin Gordon. But I want to know from you guys, which running back is going to score more fantasy points in 2018? I want you to type F for Leonard Fournette or type G for Melvin Gordon. I'm still going to go in the Melvin Gordon route, but I can 100% see the love for Fournette because that dude was special, and I think that defense is really good, and that offensive line is going to be much better. So, tough one there. Okay, the next one I got coming up for you guys on Mitch, please, from Instagram is from Nick. Odell Beckham Jr. or Tyreek Hill? Remember when I said Tyreek Hill, the love is going to get out of control? Point A exactly. I love Odell Beckham Jr. Tyreek Hill's good, but he's not Odell Beckham Jr. And the fact that I'm even getting this question is the reason why I have a guy like Tyreek Hill on my 5 players to avoid list. And you guys can also see here, LaShawn McCoy, avoid him. Tyreek Hill, avoid him. Rashad Penny, don't want him. Alshon Jeffery, just talked about him. I'm good there. And Josh Gordon, yeah, I'm not high on him. I don't want any of those guys on my fantasy team. So when it comes down to Odell Beckham Jr. or Tyreek Hill, Tyreek Hill's good. Sorry, he's not Odell Beckham Jr. But guess what? I want to know from you guys. Odell Beckham Jr. or Tyreek Hill. Type 3 if you're taking OBJ because, well, I think that's pretty easy to be honest. Or type 4 for Tyreek Hill. I want to know from you guys. OBJ or Tyreek Hill, who are you taking this year in fantasy football? Okay, the next one from Instagram, hashtag Mitch, please. What do I do with Jerick McKinnon? Well, you don't drop him. I don't think you should trade him because the value is not there right now for a guy like Jerick McKinnon. But, so I think you just got to hold on to him. Jerick McKinnon is a guy who I think could be super talented, right? He's a guy who, with a guy like Devonta Freeman and a guy like Steve Slayton, both 5'9", 205 pounds, Shanahan turned those guys into 1,600 total yards and 11 touchdowns. That's a possibility with Jerick McKinnon, and they paid him very, very handsomely. He's going to get $13 million guaranteed this year. So the fact that he's getting that much money says they're going to pound the rock. So, what should you guys do with Jerick McKinnon? Are you going to keep him? Thumbs up. Are you going to trade him? A heart or a laughing face for a cut? If you guys want a draft tip, don't cut Jerick McKinnon. It's not at that point yet. So, are you guys going to keep him? Are you going to trade him? I want to know from you guys a like or a heart. You know what? I'm also going to throw up a heart for our sponsor, FanDuel. I absolutely love FanDuel. I love everything that they do there, and it's the #1 place to play fantasy football, right? So FanDuel.com/chatsports is what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to make a deposit, and guess what? If you make a deposit of, let's say, $10, you're going to get $30 because you're going to get $20 for free with that first deposit, and then I want you to DM me at Mitchell Renz 365, and I want you guys to challenge me, and if you beat me, we got prizes. We got beer. We got footballs, we got anything. If you want nudes, I probably won't send those, and I would question why you would want that over some awesome prizes that we have. But anyway, head over to FanDuel.com/chatsports. Again, FanDuel.com/chatsports. DM me at Mitchell Renz 365, and we'll battle it out. Let's see if you guys are actually smarter than me. Okay, we're going to get in now to some YouTube questions. And if there's one guy who absolutely loves this show, it's Bray. So shout out to you, Bray. Royce Freeman, Ronald Jones, or Kerryon Johnson? So, Bray, I'm going to answer this question because we have a debate here in Chat Sports how old you are. And I want to know because you're on this show more than anyone, and school's about to start, and I'm worried that you're not going to be around anymore. So I will answer this question for you if you comment on this video. How old are you? Because I want to know. So Royce Freeman, Ronald Jones, or Kerryon Johnson? So since I'm not going to answer it, I want to know from you guys who's going to score more points in 2018. If you think it's going to be Royce Freeman type 1, if you think it's going to be Ronald Jones type 2, if you think it's going to be Kerryon Johnson type 3. Now, I'm not going to give my answer. Maybe in the comments once Bray actually admits that he's either 7 years old or 48 years old. I'm actually not quite sure. All right, the next one I got for you guys coming up on the board here is from Jordan. And, well, I guess she's already bored at Florida State. So, when is the ideal time to draft a defense and a kicker? Jordan, wait, what? Yeah, this is a really easy one. I already talked about it. Jordan, you're going to draft a kicker and a defense with your last 2 picks. Don't waste the time in drafting somebody earlier, even if you think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are great, right? You don't want that defense. You don't want Robert Aguayo. I don't even know where he plays anymore. When's the ideal time to draft a kicker and a defense? Your last 2 picks. Pretty simple. The next one I got coming up here from you guys, from my dude Sam Flash. I was kind of hoping to lift up my shirt there. I guess I wasn't quick enough. Marquise Goodwin, a sleeper, okay? He's 100% a sleeper in my opinion. I think he's also a breakout candidate. Marquise Goodwin is unbelievably talented. And he's a guy who you can 100% rely on because Jimmy Garoppolo relies on him, and he's his #1 target there. So, Marquise Goodwin, what I want you to do, Sam, Fantasy Football AF on YouTube, type out breakout wide receivers in that nice little search bar, and guess what? You're going to find some awesome, awesome content on a guy like Marquise Goodwin who, yeah, you know what? He's going to be really good. He's going to be flashing by a lot of people, and if you subscribe to the show, maybe I'll even flash you. Who knows? Okay, the last one I got for you guys here is from Ivan. Good question here. T.Y. Hilton or Stephon Diggs? Mitch, please. So, Ivan, this is a really tough one because I'm battling with this one myself. If you're telling me, though, Andrew Luck is going to play the full 16 games, I'll probably take a guy like T.Y. Hilton, but I can't guarantee that, and I like Kirk Cousins as a value a little bit more. So, T.Y. Hilton or Stephon Diggs this year for you guys, right? I want to know. The one interesting stat that I read, Kirk Cousins has never had a top 20 wide receiver, and Adam Thielen and Stephon Diggs are both ranked in the top 15. Something to think about. So, type H for T.Y. Hilton or type D for Stephon Diggs? Which wide receiver is going to score more fantasy points in 2018? I want to know from y'all. Guys, I want to say thank you so much for tuning in to Fantasy Football AF. I greatly appreciate doing this show. Shout out to you guys. Again, if you guys like what you're seeing, follow me on Twitter at Mitchell Renz 365. I hope to do a whole bunch of these shows. Please subscribe to Chat Sports so you know exactly when these shows go up on YouTube. And until next time, cheers to y'all.